Okay, last week I did a video on quad dominance, and this week I'm going to do a video on hamstring dominance. So one of the ways that you can determine if you're hamstring dominant is if you do an overhead squat, and from the side view, your back rounds as you start to come down into the squat, chances are you're probably hamstring dominant. It's hard to tell if your hammies are tight because your quads are too tight, or if your hammies are tight because your hamstrings are actually too tight. So a couple of the pictures that I've put up on the Facebook page recently can show how just working your hamstrings can get better length in your hamstrings. But if you're hamstring dominant in this case and your back does round, these are some techniques that you can follow. There's 3 phases. I'll always myofascial release first. So I'm going to use today a supernova, but you can use a softball or a baseball. Then the second phase is going to be stretching, and then the third phase is going to be isolated strengthening for your quads to even out that imbalance. So the first thing you're going to do is sit on a bench. You can sit on the floor too, and then take your ball, and you're going to start all the way up by the ischial tuberosity of your pelvis, and you're just sitting on top of the ball, and you're going to move side to side a little bit, and then you're just going to move it down inch by inch. So anywhere you feel a tender spot, I want you to stop and hold for 30 seconds or until that pain shuts down, and that's shutting down the signal from the brain and allowing the muscle to relax, and it's also going to get the adhesions out. You'll go all the way down to your knee on this one, and it might take you, 6 to 8 minutes each leg, depending on how many adhesions you have. So there's a couple different hamstring stretches that you can do. These 2 happen to be my favorite, so I'm just going to show you. If you can't reach your foot, you're going to have to use a belt or a band or a towel. So the first one is probably the one everybody knows. You're just going to go straight up with it. Bring the foot straight, keep the knee locked, and pull your toe towards you. And then obviously just try to pull it as close to you as you can. If you start down here, that's okay, it'll get better over time. And then the second one is your biceps femoris, which is an external hamstring muscle. So you're going to tilt it towards the side and keep pulling towards you, but I want you to keep this hip down. And then you're going to hold both of these for 30 seconds, and I want you to do 2 sets on each leg. So the third exercise is for your isolated strengthening, and this is a really easy way to get the quads to fire if you're at home and you don't have a lot of equipment. If you are at a gym, it's okay to use the leg extension machine as long as your knees are okay with it. But if you just take 2 dumbbells that are pretty good size and then stand straight on top, put your arms straight out in front of you, and as you get stronger you can hold dumbbells to the side. And then same thing, 4, 3, 2, 1, push up and come into full extension. When you come up, I want you focusing on driving your knees back. Don't try to lean up and pull with your hamstrings. So 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way up.